In December of 2022, we decided to take a trip to Germany and Austria through Gate 1 travel. Now, Germany had never really been on my bucket list, but I did kind of want to go to the Christmas markets. So I'm going to walk you through our trip if you're interested in taking one in the future. Now, at the airport, after we left baggage claim, we went and saw where Gate 1 was holding up a sign to greet us to take us to our hotel. It was pretty simple. We went to the hotel, they had desks set up, and we signed in. And then we went to an orientation and then a dinner. Now, about the money there, I thought I had to take American cash and swap it over to euros, but actually they have ATMs. But be careful and don't use the hotel ATM because it is really expensive to use. You need to find an ATM through a bank. We got $400 in euros through the hotel ATM, and it charged us $476 to get the cash. Now, the hotel was great. It had a marketplace underground where we got the Minion apple cider and Lay's KFC chips, and we found a pizza place to eat. So there's plenty to do the first night. Now, the second day, we got on the bus, and we were to do a city tour of Munich and go to our first Christmas market. The buses were nice, and the staff was super friendly. We started our day off with a city tour of Munich.
His name was Benjamin Thompson, and our ruler here in Bavaria even gave him the title Count. He was called Count Frankfurt. Frankfurt, at the moment, is the Christmas market, which is on the right-hand side. It's more of a handicraft market. And also have a look to the left. There is this beautiful building. So this is how Schwabing looked like before the war, with buildings like this one, with this floral.
Once we reached our destination, we met with a local tour guide that walked us around the city and showed us some different sights.
For you, do you remember when it was?
And then we arrived at our first Christmas market. There were so many cute things to buy, and there were so many different types of food to try. Right here, we got some chocolate-covered fruit. Some of the major touristy areas, you do have to pay 50 to 60 cents to use the restroom. And we even got to visit the really cool Lego store. And to make our German Christmas market perfect, it started snowing. One cool experience is each Christmas market sells different mugs about that particular market, where you can get mulled wine, which is a hot wine, or a hot apple cider. I got the apple cider and it was pretty good. Everything was really bright and festive looking, and we even got some of those delicious candy roasted pecans. Now, when we left the Christmas market, we got to go to King Ludwig II's summer palace. I believe it was a summer palace, but it was his smallest palace he had. It was so ornate. There was snow everywhere when we walked up to the palace, and it was just absolutely magical. It was such a great experience. The optional tour, I think, was about $60 to $80 per person to do, but we paid it all in advance when we booked the trip, and it was definitely worth it. Gate 1's optional tours are usually a great deal, so if you are booking a trip with them, I would suggest to go on and book the optional tours. Now, on the way back from the palace, we stopped at this super cute town called Oberammergau. I might have butchered the town's name, but I think I'm close. This town was so cute. It had the cutest painted buildings. It was heavy snow. We found an ice cream parlor, so we ate ice cream while it was freezing cold. It was such a great experience. Now, Gate 1 actually puts you up in really nice hotels. This was our hotel we had for the first 2 nights in Munich. After a good night's rest, you go to breakfast every single day, and their breakfasts are amazing. They are just filled with everything. You can really fill up. It's included in the price, so you're not hungry before lunchtime comes around. But the breakfasts were so good. Now, after breakfast, we had a 2-hour bus drive to the next Christmas market in Nuremberg, Germany. Now, this Christmas market was huge and very crowded, but I think it's the biggest one we went to, but it has some great things, and I just loved every minute of it, to be honest. Now, before we got to this Christmas market, they did take us on another city tour, and they told us a little bit about the dark history of Germany during the Nazis era, that type of thing. I think we were kind of tired and kind of dozed off a little bit during that tour, but still, it was a great experience, and just getting to the Christmas market was our favorite part. This booth was pretty cool, with just tons and tons of doll miniatures. And those that know me know I love toys, so we found this Playmobil booth because Playmobil actually is made in Germany. So of course I had to buy some. I got this cool Mr. T and Spock Playmobil figure keychains, and then I got a couple characters to add to my collection at home. Such a fun experience getting to buy toys in Germany.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
And then we found this really cool part of the market where it was vendors from around the world, and each booth was selling items from that particular country. And then we found this booth that was from the Ukraine. They were selling all kinds of little dolls and crocheted items and dolls and keychains made in the Ukraine. And this is actually where I bought my most favorite souvenir of the trip. I bought a little Ukrainian girl doll. I think she was $35, and we named her Flora after one of our travel mates we met on the trip. And then after another great day in Germany, this is what our room looked like. And I was excited we actually had a little refrigerator in this room because ice and keeping your drinks cold was hard to find in Germany. We had a little balcony there, and then it actually overlooked our bus. That was our bus from looking down from the balcony. And then here are some random pictures from our fun day in Nuremberg. These are our two new friends we met from Delaware. It's Jane and Lori. They were a lot of fun to hang out with, and we had a great time with them. And then Ray got his favorite dessert there, macaroons. And we were able to try their famous potato pancakes out at the market, which they were okay. They were served with applesauce or garlic butter. And here's our new friend Flora that I named the doll after. And after a long day, we just got a pizza at the hotel. It was okay, it wasn't great, but it was about $16 worth of drink. Alright, this next day after a 4-hour bus drive, we were in Salzburg, Austria. I took a quick video here of the streets. I thought they were even pretty cool. Now we did get another city tour of the city. Every time we go to a new city, we did get a tour of the city, and that was fun to see. Now in Salzburg, I believe is where some of the Sound of Music was filmed. Now this is one part we really loved, how narrow the streets were when you walked through the alleyways to see all the shops. You really felt like you were in Europe at this part, and it was just beautiful. Every step you just had to take it in and enjoy every view. There were a lot of Christmas stores and all kinds of fun shops to spend your money at. Now, this was a famous chocolate shop where they really bragged about they handmade the chocolate there. So we did pop in there and we got a small piece that was about $2 to try, but it was just okay. We really weren't impressed by it that much. We did buy baked potatoes there for a snack with the best butter ever. These were perfect on that cold day. It was pretty cold there. Now, our Gate 1 tour guide, Julia, right there in the center, did treat all of us to a cup of hot mulled wine or hot apple cider. It was pretty good. And this is what our hotel room looked like in Salzburg, Austria. It was a pretty nice room. It was kind of trendy with the orange and beige. Now, the Gate 1 did treat us that night to a dinner, and our tour guide Julia gave us these cool little things where you'd pull apart and it'd pop out a little surprise gift for you. It was a lot of fun and just a great time of fellowship. And I took this picture right outside the hotel to let you see how cold it was. This was a chain under a drain pipe and it was frozen solid. Alright, our next day was in Vienna, Austria. We had a big breakfast again, and then we got on the bus and we did a 4-hour drive to this Christmas market, and it was pretty great. We also got to see some of the city, and we did about a 45-minute walking tour. This was the alleyway where our hotel was in Vienna. It was actually my favorite room we stayed at. It was beautiful and it looked very European. That night we also went walking around and we found a little place to get pizza, of course. And it was about $25 for 2 pizzas and 2 drinks. That really wasn't bad. And this is what the Christmas market looked like at night from the bus. We actually did the optional concert that was opera singers and dancers and an orchestra, and I think it was about $75 a person, but it was so worth it. It was so nice, and it lasted about an hour, hour and a half. But again, just definitely take those optional tours if you can. You get a lot of bang for your buck. And then it was back to the hotel. Again, this is what our hotel looked like, and this is what the inside of the room looked like. And one thing I loved is when it got hot, you could just open the window up to the alleyway, and the cold air would come in like an air conditioner. It was awesome. And then on our final day, we did an optional tour to Bratislava, Slovakia. We had an amazing local tour guide, and if you look right above the bridge, it looks like a UFO flying saucer. It's pretty cool. Now, these little gold crowns on the street symbolized a former royal pathway. And this would be our last Christmas market visit of our trip. And we did get a cup of hot chocolate with our friends Lori and Jane. And then here's a better picture of that UFO above the bridge. And I do want to mention how small the elevators are at the hotels. And someone, yes it's me, was pretty excited that we finally found a McDonald's. Then here's our picture from where we got our hot chocolate. It was really good. It was about $4 a cup, and it was so thick it was like eating chocolate syrup. You really needed water to go with it. And then Jane and Lori did treat Ray to one of the little cookies that Slovakia is famous for. It's a little horseshoe-shaped cookie, and it has a little filling on the inside. And then Gate 1 and Julia treated us to a farewell dinner that was in this restaurant that was about 30-40 minutes away from our hotel, but it was so worth it. It was really a great finale dinner. I had never been to any place like this. It was amazing, and I hope I get to go back there one day in my lifetime.
Good evening. On the left side, please. This is amazing.
Elizabeth Jean.
That's it. That's when I go blank.
Cliff Richard. Who the heck is he? No idea. Hot chocolate was a brief. She's too young.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Anthony.
Oh.
For yourself to drink, except red wine, white wine, and water. For yourself to drink, Coke. For you.
And this was actually the inside of the men's bathroom. I made sure nobody was in there when I was filming, but I thought this was pretty elaborate for a bathroom. My main dish or entree was actually called fried beef, and it actually tasted like pot roast that had been breaded and fried. It was actually pretty good.
Let's tackle this.
A big thank you to our Gate 1 tour guide, Julia, for making the experience so much fun, so professional, so nice. This is the outside of the restaurant. This was the perfect finale event of the trip. It was just very memorable and very exciting and beautiful to look at and so unique. We were very pleased with Gate 1 travel. We met these new friends that will keep the rest of our lives, and we've already got our next 2 trips booked. So thank you to everyone at Gate 1 Travel for making this possible, and we are so excited to do our next trip in about 5 more months.